The man accused of stabbing Rushdie has pleaded not guilty to attempted murder. The fellow, Hadi Matar, is accused of attacking Rushdie when the author was due to speak at a literary event at the Chautauqua Institution, which is a non-profit education centre in the northwest of New York State last Friday. I might add that the bloke put himself into a position of harm, or a position in which he could harm Rushdie, by getting to pay pass to the event using a fake ID. There goes our intelligence again. Rushdie's 75. He was stabbed approximately 10 times in multiple places, including the face, the neck and the abdomen. He's expected to lose an eye, while the nerves in one of his arms have been severed and his liver is damaged. The assault on Rushdie triggered international outrage, but it drew applause from Islamist hardliners in Iran and Pakistan. Iran's conservative media. Now remember, 5 days before this, the EU was seeking to revive a nuclear deal with Iran that Trump had abandoned in 2018. The negotiations have been on train, as I said, since Biden became president, pursuing this deluded idea that Iran must be embraced. By the way, which country has been charged under the new deal that's being negotiated in Vienna with ensuring that Iran doesn't behave under the new deal as it did before? Which country charged with making sure that happens? You'd think we'd be joking? Russia. Well, after the attack on Rushdie, Iran's conservative media lauded the attack. One state-owned paper said that, quote, the neck of the devil has been cut by a razor. In Pakistan, a spokesman for the Tehreek-e-Labbaik Pakistan party that has staged violent protests about what it deems to be anti-Muslim blasphemy said Rushdie, quote, deserved to be killed, unquote. The hardline Iranian Kayhan newspaper, whose editor is appointed by the ruler Ayatollah Khomeini, wrote, quote, the hand of the man who tore the neck of God's enemy must be kissed. 1,000 bravos to the brave and dutiful person who attacked the apostate and evil Salman Rushdie, unquote. An apostate is a person who rejects a religious belief, as Rushdie had rejected Muslim or Islam. But this is the same Iran, I repeat, with whom US, France, Germany, Britain, Russia and China signed a nuclear deal in 2015. They're attempting to revive the very same deal. The Bidens of this world, who should know better, attempt to portray Iran as on the cusp of reform. It's not. It's a rogue state with a criminal regime. Biden would be in too much cognitive decline to know that. Only last Wednesday, a member of Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps was charged in America with plotting the murder of the former US National Security Advisor John Bolton. It was Donald Trump who abandoned any deal with Iran in 2018 under his, quote, maximum sanctions, unquote, policy. And Iran was being brought to its knees, as I said, economically, where it belongs, until it renounces global terrorist activities. Now we're almost back to where we were before the 2015 deal. Many of the same people behind that fiasco returning under Biden to pursue their delusional ideas about a reformist Iran. And remember, under the deal negotiated in Vienna, to ensure that Iran doesn't behave under the new deal as it did before, one country has been charged with that responsibility. The country is Russia. The world indeed has gone mad.